Welcome back to Neighborhood Politics. I am Mrs. Neighborhood Politics.
And I'm Mr. Neighborhood Politics.
And we got some special guests on here. Do y'all want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'll go first. My name is George. I'm 29. I got two beautiful kids, a boy and a girl. One is 7, one is 3. And I got a beautiful wife as well. We just shared our 1-year anniversary 2 months ago. So that's me. That's my wife.
That's what's up.
My name is Jacob Shelton. Born and raised Columbus, Ohio. Father of one. This is second year in the fatherhood. I guess 3 because that process leading up. But that beautiful daughter. So just blessed to be here.
Well, I'm Quan. I'm 30. I got a handsome, incredible little boy, Sincere. He about to be 5 in like 2 months. So yeah, I've been here for, I'm still fresh, but it's been a little time.
Man, y'all gotta come with some stronger intros. Listen up a little bit, man.
I don't know.
I set the tone.
George said I'm 29.
My fault. I set the tone.
I thought he was supposed to say
They came with first and last names, man.
I'm about to get my social.
He said we from Columbus, Ohio. We all from Columbus.
They came with first and last names, man.
That is insane.
So, today's a very special podcast episode that we are doing with 3 of dear friends of mine that I done grown up with for pretty much all of my life. So, super special episode. And the topic of the episode today is what?
It's Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to y'all.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Happy Father's Day to these 3 black men on here.
Happy Father's Day. So this is the Father's Day edition. So yeah, we definitely about to tap into that conversation because all y'all have children. You said you have 2.
Yep.
A boy and a girl.
Yep.
You have a girl. Then you have a son. Yeah. So for sure.
So we just get straight into it. What does fatherhood mean to y'all?
Man, it means everything to me, man. Just having somebody to look up to you, be responsible for that person. So it means a lot to me just to care for them, show them stuff that I didn't have, make sure they well-being is good, they mental good, everything, copacetic. So it means a lot to me because it impacts their life tremendously.
For sure.
For me, I think it's one of the most important roles. A young boy, when they look at their father, that's who they, kind of want to become. Usually if, whatever he likes, the young boy ends up liking. And even the same thing with a young girl, somebody, you could tell somebody that has that true father role because you hear, a woman say, oh man, well, my daddy, like that pride,
Mm-hmm.
You can just see the pride that, a kid walks with when they say that they had a father in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I just think it's just it's a special role. Sometimes maybe not the most appreciated role,
Mm-hmm.
but you can truly, truly see the difference in a child when a father is present, active, and really, really engaged.
For sure. What about you, Quan?
I think it's a very, like you said, it's very special. It's important overall. I think, especially nowadays, it's just when the dad is present, it just helps out in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
It gives a little girl more security. It gives her, she feels more protected.
Mm-hmm.
A boy, he just feel like, shoot, that's pops right there. I'm trying to do whatever he doing. You basically got a little tag along. So I just think it's very joyful. My son, even when I be mad and stuff, even when I'm mad at him, I be even laughing when I'm trying to discipline him because he just, I don't know, it's just that kids anyway still, but it's it's a joy that I can't even describe. It's just the best feeling ever, for real.
For
and
sure.
It's just down days, any day, it's just, you look at your kid and be like, psh.
So my question, so how did y'all feel when y'all first found out that y'all was fathers? Literally, think about it.
And we want transparency on here too.
For sure. When y'all found out y'all was becoming some fathers, literally, seriously, what was that like? that thought process or that emotion or?
Well, I mean, I got the oldest child, so I mean, I was kind of young. I think I was maybe 21 when I heard my first child. So it was a lot, like coming home from school, and then having a baby. The family looking at me like,
you was in
college?
Know what
I'm saying? Yeah. I left, and then as soon as I literally came back home, baby, like, so it was different. So the first time, you know what I'm saying, it was just the fact that I ain't never been in this position before, so it was kind of tough. So you know what I'm saying, did what I had to do, and you got a blessed baby boy, and you know what I'm saying, keep growing, still growing, and stuff like that. My second child, I was kind of playing. So with that, it was like I was still kind of like in that mode because I ain't heard them words, I'm pregnant, in so long. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I was still kind of shook, but you know what I'm saying, it was planned, and you know what I'm saying, everything went good from there.
Okay, so Gigi was playing.
Yeah, Gigi was playing for sure,
Okay.
for sure.
All right, go ahead, Jacob. What was your reaction?
Oh man, my Gigi was not playing. Oh man, for me it was scary. I think the scary part of it is, as a child, you know, not necessarily having his father present around. Like, I used to like write down things that I would do when I become a father. I would always tell myself what type of father I'm going to be. I'm going to be this type of father. But you never know until you're put in that position of being a father. So my fear was I would be everything that I said I wouldn't be. So I started questioning myself. I was like, you say you're going to be a good father, but how? How do you know how to be a father? Like, you know, what was your examples? And it's funny because I remember I had told my dad, because like, you know, it wasn't planned at all. And I told my dad, you know, I just reached out hoping that I could get some of that, you know, that fatherly advice. And I'm like, man, I got a baby on the way. He just gave, oh, okay, cool. And I was like, damn, like, this is your moment to step up for me. And maybe, just maybe, give me some of that guidance. And I remember texting him, and I was just like, man, I went off. I was like, you didn't teach me this. And your response is just, oh, okay. I need you to teach me this now. And so like I said, I would just say it hurt because I was scared of what I was walking into. And I didn't know. And I knew the pressure would be on. I knew I was going to set an expectation for myself. And I was afraid that I wasn't going to meet up. Because I'm pretty sure my dad probably thought he was going to be a good father. You know, obviously, you know, I'm pretty sure most people think they're going to be a good father or a good parent until the role actually, you know, is given to them. And I think that's when, you know, it's make or break. So I was afraid that I was going to break.
Right.
That's real.
Yeah.
Well, how you feel when you found out you was becoming a father?
Honestly, I wasn't like mad or I don't know. It was a bunch of like mixed feelings, kind of like I wasn't really mad. I was kind of like shit, kind of happy.
Yeah.
He wasn't playing, but you know, definitely a blessing. Shoot, so
you kind of just like rolling with it. You was like,
yeah, I didn't.
All right,
I ain't take it like, you know. I just.
Was you excited though? Like, was you like?
I was definitely happy. I was happy for sure.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I was definitely happy.
What I would say is being so close to all three of y'all, having y'all in my life, and kind of being there in moments of, you know, seeing y'all's kids mature and grow up. I would definitely say that y'all all do an amazing job, you know, and that was a part of, you know, today's episode. I'm coming on here honoring y'all and telling y'all that because, you know, we in a society now to where I feel like black fathers don't get the recognition that they deserve at all times. You know, a lot of us do, but I feel like it's, you know, we had a time to where many African-American males, they don't really get that recognition. So I just definitely want to tell y'all that I'm thankful to have y'all in my life, because when the time does come for me to have a child, you know, I know for sure y'all are somebody I can call and be like, and get good advice, you know, not just, hey, what should I do? I'm panicking. The baby ain't stopped crying yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I know.
sure,
and push come to shove, if I need y'all to, man, listen, I might just drop this baby off, bro. I need some time. I know for sure I got 3 people in my corner that's going to be there for me. So I'm appreciative, man.
Quan, like, you ain't dropping them off to me,
man,
bro.
listen, I hear at the front porch.
Man, I appreciate that for sure.
say that, but he'd be like, bring them over
Yeah,
here.
y'all do an amazing job, you know. So, got a big brother and a big sister, got a big sister and another big brother. So that's just, you know, y'all just definitely deserve y'all's kudos and y'all's flowers, man, because y'all do an amazing job at raising all of y'all's kids, and y'all all are active, and all of y'all are super, super, super present. You know, so it's
that's
super
real.
That's
dope
real,
to
though.
see.
That's real. That's real talk.
That's
That's real
actually
talk.
like that's
That's
a
real
true statement. Like, you know, that's a real thing. Like, just
I love it.
being around. I haven't met. Oh yeah, I was about to say I haven't met any of Q friends that's really like a deadbeat or anything like that. I don't know any because Q don't hang around them type of
that's
dudes.
yeah.
So it's like that is true. All 3 of y'all, like, I see y'all active. Like, the kids coming with y'all over our house. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. I'm serious.
I really don't know why people be the way they is. I mean, maybe they ain't never want the kid in the beginning or something, but like, honestly, I don't see, once you done built something or done been around a kid, I don't see how people be like that.
You talking about deadbeat dad?
Yeah.
Even if you ain't no super deadbeat, like, even if you just
Not
ain't
active.
super present like that, just because of, who knows, but like, I don't see why. Like,
I really don't either. And that's a good topic, though.
My son, like, the way he reacts to me, I be like, I don't know why. This the best. This better than.
But
it's the best love. It's the best love, bro.
To your point on what you just said, I mean, if you ain't never seen your son react like that, then they don't know what they missing. You know what I'm saying? So you see
Maybe.
when you pull up and your son react how he do, you know, that's probably something that they never even experienced. And I know, like I said, from just being around y'all, how your daughter reacts to you, how your kids, you know, Gigi run to you when she crying, how sincere come to you, and all 3 of y'all got 3 totally different ways of, you know, parenting. So, you know, for me to sit back and be able to observe and watch all of y'all do such great things 3 different ways.
Giselle is a daddy's girl.
Yeah, it's dope.
You talking about, I'm sorry, baby. I ain't mean to cut you off, but Giselle is a daddy girl. Gigi is too, though.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's how girls is, and the boys be with their mom.
But that tells you a lot about y'all and how y'all parent, because like they really like daddy girls 100%.
But I think it's just the fathers just be on the soft side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it just, I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
So what did y'all want to have? Like so baby's on the way. What was Quan? What was it that you wanted to have?
I wanted a boy.
Okay.
But honestly, I thought I might have been having a girl.
You okay, Jacob? What was?
I knew I was gonna have a girl.
Real?
Like, I knew, like, I guess not to be like ultra deep, but like, because my mother had passed away when I was so young, and my grandma raised me, then she passed away. I just knew God was gonna give me a girl. Mm-hmm. Like, I just knew, like, the first person that He was gonna give me to love me, you know, like, was gonna be, I feel like, not necessarily for her to replace my mother or replace my grandmother, but I just knew that she, like, my grandma and my mom was gonna come back in some way. Mm-hmm. And sometimes if you ever like look at my daughter and, you know, look at pictures, like, she smiles like my grandma and my mom at times. And so I knew deep down that it was going to be a girl. I even had a dream. Like, when I was nervous about having a child, one of the things that kind of, you know, really just got me going was I had a dream. And in the dream, it was a baby girl that said, "Dad, you got this." Mm-hmm. And like, literally, I remember waking up like, nah, this can't be real. Like, this can't be real. And then I knew, like I said, I just knew it was coming.
That's hard.
For me, exactly what I wanted. I wanted a boy and I wanted a girl, man. Once I had my boy, I wanted a girl for sure, just to fend for it. You know what I mean? If anything happened to me, you know what I'm saying? I got somebody to, so I got the perfect, I got blessed with the perfect set. You definitely got
a boy and a girl.
I got the
You good.
Perfect.
Yep.
Like, you blessed.
Yep.
You got the best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds. Can't complain.
So, Jacob, you had said something. I think we'll just get straight to that then. So, losing your mom at an early age, and then being raised by your grandmother, and then losing your grandma, and then being able to have a girl was such a blessing. You know, God does things in the mysterious ways, but, you know, God is a real, you know, a worker, and He's gonna make sure that we have what we need. How do you feel like taking both those L's helped you learn how to express your love for young ladies and being able to raise a little girl?
Man, in all honesty, so like when I look back, so like I was 7 when my mom passed away. So like I think about, one, tomorrow's not promised. So I think about how much love I can give my daughter and how much I can instill in her. Obviously, I never want anything to happen. You know, I want to grow old and my daughter, see me, see me at the, oldest age that she can see me at. But I also understand that, like I said, tomorrow's not promised. What can I give her that I know that she's always going to remember daddy? Mm-hmm. Like if I left tomorrow, she's going to spend the rest of her life remembering like, yeah, my daddy loved me something different. Mm-hmm. And sometimes when I look back, like, my mom was 29 going on 30 when she passed away. Mm-hmm. I'm 29. So I look at that and I value it a little bit like, okay, I'm at that age. Mm-hmm. I gotta put myself in a position to make sure that I make it past that age and I stay here longer for her. So honestly, really, it just pushes me to make sure that I give her everything. Like I want to make sure, like I said, if something happened to me, she will always know. Nobody can tell her any different. My daddy loved me. Mm.
That's dope. I like that, man.
That's real.
That's super dope. That's super dope. What does and this for all of y'all, what does putting yourself in position to be a good father look like? And because you said putting myself in position, what does that look like for y'all? Like putting yourself in position to be a provider, to show security, and to show love, to show how to be a good man.
Me personally, it's just discipline that's been instilled in me younger, as far as finances, keep my money in order. As I got older, having my ducks in a row with credit, of course, just saving money on the financial aspect, nurturing, of course, that comes natural. But as far as that, bro, it's just everything just comes natural for me as far as being a father and stuff like that, and trying to set the mold, set the standard of my family that I want.
That's hard. That's dope. What about you, Quan?
You said to position myself in the best. To me, honestly, that's why I actually that was really like the big deciding factor of going into entrepreneurship. Mm-hmm. Cause I wanted that freedom.
Okay.
Like money gonna come, but I want that freedom. Like I want to be able to do. I want to do whatever when I can.
Right.
Like if my son got something going on, ain't nothing stopping me.
Right.
It's all on me. If I don't go, shoot, either I could reschedule or I might have missed that money, but shoot. I just really wanted the freedom to like be able to do whatever with my son. Like
that's what's
take him to school every day if I got to, or when I got him, waking up every morning, getting him ready, taking him to school. It's cool if he ride the bus for sure, but like he don't gotta ride the bus if I don't want him to.
That's what's up.
So just that
just
freedom.
Having the freedom to do what you want, what you need to do, whenever you need to do it for when at any time.
Because for me, it just gives me opportunity to do whatever. Like I said, the money is gonna come with whatever if I'm putting myself into it. So it's like, as long as I'm handling my business, I ain't just being free, but like, I'm handling my business, then everything gonna be good.
For sure.
So that's like you said, save and all that.
For sure.
Just do what you can.
What about you?
I like what he said because, a kid not always going to remember what they didn't have financially growing up. They're going to remember that time, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, they're never going to forget the time. They're not going to be like, man, dad couldn't afford. They're not going to remember that.
Yeah. Right.
They're going to remember dad showed up here.
Sure.
And that's what they're always going to remember. So I think, putting yourself in a position, like you said, to have time, man, it's not hard to give time. Mm-hmm. It doesn't take a lot to give time. And I would say the other thing is, man, my daughter's, mother, man, she does a great job, but I think as a father, like, putting yourself in a position to be able to wear multiple hats. If my daughter needs her hair done, that's not just her mother's job.
Oh, so you be putting the Bretts on.
You gonna find somebody to do the hair?
Man, I'm good with a ponytail. Okay,
then.
Like I said, my ponytail. But like I think that's as as a father, you don't always want to look. I think, you know, getting away from those norms, right? Back in the day, what your father did, come home, work, you know what I'm saying, did the financial providing, and, you know, your mom kind of did the nurturing side. I think, you know, being willing to take on, you know, multiple roles, your kid's not going to forget that.
That's hard.
They're not going to forget daddy did my hair. They're not going to forget, you know, daddy did my nails. You know, like, I want to be able to do that stuff for my daughter.
That's
and
special.
Put her in a position to, like, she's not, oh, man, daddy's just uptight and all he does is pay bills. And, you know, nah, she can be able to say, daddy spent time learning how to do everything he could.
That's special.
So I can have those moments.
That's special. I like that a lot. I like that.
No, that's dope. Because I can agree. Me and my dad relationship growing up is, you know, one of those situations where he wasn't really active, you know, due to whatever the reasoning was. But I do remember those certain moments where he might have cooked or, you know, like seriously, like, because as you were saying, I'm like, it is those little, those fundamental moments where it's like, you know, he might have cooked for me or put me in a tub or, you know, made sure this and that was cool for the little times that we did spend time with each other. Because it was never about money with me. Like it was never, since I was a kid, about money. It was always about time with my father that I didn't get. So growing up, I can definitely see like how those things can really like shape and help, you know, and help your viewpoint on, you know, fatherhood and just, you know, having that relationship with a father, because that's true. Like I remember like him making me noodles and crunching them up. Like no, seriously, I remember those little moments. And because when my dad got out, he got out in 2021. And when he came up to our house, I remember him cooking. Literally. Just like those was the moments that
trying to be in competition with me.
Q was scared.
trying to be in competition with me on the stove, man.
Y'all friend was scared. He was scared.
He make some bomb meatloaf.
So Q was upset because, you know, like I was excited. My dad was home. He was cooking for me and everything. And Q like, she don't eat meatloaf. Like Q was like,
you know, because she a picky eater. So if I would have said like, let's make some meatloaf, you know,
I would have said no. I would have said no.
Slow.
I ain't gonna lie, I would have said
Pops
no.
making this a different story.
Pops come home, make some meat.
He was.
I mean, you know.
He was showing whose house it was.
Let me tell you how he was competing. One night my dad cooked for me. Guess what? The other night Q cooked for me.
So you had it made.
I definitely did.
He said, nah, she don't eat your meatloaf.
Bro trying to show Pops up.
Yeah, did you eat the meatloaf?
I did.
Oh,
it was fun.
But we never tried meatloaf. But I think for me, it was just like to go back to what Jacob was saying, it was just the excitement that my dad cooked.
Right. 100%.
I don't eat meatloaf. You're not going to get me to eat meatloaf on a regular day, but because my dad cooked it, I was just willing to try it because he cooked it. Like, really, that's what it was. Because it's like, if he tried to make me meatloaf, I'll try it out again. Or, you know, I'll try it out again. But that wasn't something I'd be willing or wanting to do. But because that was my father, and he was in jail for so long, we just now reconnected. I just was like wanting to experience. Like, you cook some meatloaf, all right, I eat it. I don't eat
for sure.
You know, so.
But that right there even shows you like how important a role is. Because even if a father only has 5 moments, a child's gonna remember all five of those moments. Like those superstar moments. And that's not taken away from motherhood at all. I just noticed like, man, like as a father, you can really be your child's like everything, the highlight. Like, a child's gonna remember every moment they had with their father. I still remember every moment I had with my dad growing up. Like, say, even the smallest things. So if you can remember, you know what I'm saying, the little bit of moments, imagine what it's like when you got a lot of moments. Yeah. Like, that's crazy.
Like, I actually, like, your dad, your best friend.
Yeah. Like a superhero. Yeah, for sure.
Because we got a friend in college. Him and his dad was bang bros. Like, I'm talking, y'all know what I mean when I say that.
No, not literal. You gotta pause because
No, pause.
They kicked it. They was best friends.
I get it.
They was gang.
Yeah, they kicked it.
That was really gang.
I'm not even gonna say nothing because I mean, we're gonna leave it. Whatever
Why y'all do this to me?
You did it to yourself. I don't know what you're talking about.
They were gang. I'm thinking about Lil Durk song.
That's
Bang Bros,
Yeah.
right? What you think about?
I thought Pops was running through campus for this.
Since
Pops is out of 5. But hey, shout out to
mismatching.
I thought Pops would come up to campus on Saturday showing, you got this half, you got that half, let's go.
Crazy.
Listen, we gonna leave it
Don't say
whatever.
Bang Bros.
They were gang members. Say no, I'm playing. They were really like best friends though.
I got you.
Like they was on some real life brothers / my dad. But like you really my dad though. I honor you. I look up to you as my dad. I don't think we friends, but we tough type of thing. So
that's how you kind of want it, though.
Yeah,
that's a good bond to have.
You want to have it to where your kid respects you and like, you know, it's that level of respect, but shit, like
we can talk, we can kick it.
You gotta kind of get to that point if you can.
Yeah.
It's hard, you know, because you gotta be a parent.
Yeah.
And, you know, you don't necessarily know how to just be a parent. So you gotta go with what you go with, and then you gotta maneuver after that. And try to maybe, you know, anytime you got time, as long as you got time to do whatever you want to do. But like overall, it's definitely hard to be that type of parent-child relationship. But like, it ain't impossible.
So what's saying that, starting with Quan, since we ended off with you, what is one of the most difficult or one of the most challenging things so far about being a father, or something that you like, you came across and it was challenging or a struggle so far?
Shoot, right now, I'll just tell you, I got to get my discipline in order. But really, it's my patience, though. Like, I mean, it's simple. I done got a little better, but like, shoot, if I got better patience with him, it'd be cool. But that's one thing I know for sure I can improve in, like, just overall my patience with my son. Like, and I think that'd be important because sometimes I might be like, he just want to have fun.
Yeah.
And like, I don't really think, like, people say like they too young, but I don't really think kids really be too young to really
understand,
get what I'm saying to them. It's just,
they understand.
It's okay
Yeah.
to keep on having fun, be a kid. But it's like, bruh, you know what I'm talking about. Like, so it be a sense of, I know he know better and I know he knows stuff and he just chooses to, but it's like he just be so turned up. So it's okay. Like, honestly, I don't really care. I just really be wanting to listen. Like, if you listen, you can have as much fun as you want, bruh, because listening is very important. That could be life or death.
For sure.
So if you could listen without trying to think about it or ignore it or hear it and just keep doing whatever, then that's all I really want. Because we can get everything else in order if you can listen to me. Like,
I can see that you big on that, like him listening, like, because you would say like, are you listening to me? You know what I'm saying? But I think even just, and I can't say I don't have no child yet or anything like that, but I think because they're young like that, like 5, 6, whatever, they understand what you're saying, but they don't understand what you're saying.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like that little bit of grace, like, bruh.
And that's a sense of patience, because it's like, and it's like, give them grace for it, but it's like,
it's one of them things where it's like, man, sincere, I've been working all day. I've been out here, and for you, when you say landscaping, but it's hard to say I need a break, son. I've been working out here in the sun. Breaks. It ain't no break.
Nah.
No break.
Honestly, I mean, I be telling him, like, I don't know. Sometimes I be feeling like I be trying to give him like lessons that he gonna probably learn a little later in life now, but
it's gonna pay off.
I don't care for real.
It's gonna pay off.
But I be telling him, like, bro, you ain't always gotta have somebody to play with you, bro. Like, you gonna have to go play.
Yeah.
Like, just, you ain't gonna always have somebody there. Like, it's all right. Like, I'm gonna play with you, but can I just chill?
Right.
Like, let me play with you. Like, he'll play with me. We'll play for an hour. I'm all right, sincere. I go downstairs, chill out or something. 20, 15 minutes go by. He bringing the toy down. Dad, you see this toy? I'm like, I mean, duh. We just was playing with it. But it's like, he just want to play. He just want to be around. And I seen a video on, I I think Facebook, it was like, just imagine like you only want attention from 2 people in your whole life. And it was like, just thinking about that, it's like, that's real though. Like as a kid, all they want is they mom and they dad.
Yeah.
I mean, they got their friends and all that, but like at home, who there?
Right.
Like that's all the attention. So it's like, I seen that video and it made so much sense because it's like, man, you keep you keep pushing them off so much, they ain't gonna care about the attention from you no more. So it's like, just give them that attention. You know, you gotta have your little balance of your playtime and your chill time, but like, you gotta give them that attention because one day they ain't gonna want it from you.
Yeah.
Or they ain't gonna want to deal with you at all.
Yeah, for sure. I can see that.
So the most challenging thing for you said it's just patience.
Yeah, just getting my patience in order with just always understanding the fact, like, man, he's just a kid.
Yeah. So Jacob?
Man, I say for me, number one is kind of, Quan touched on it, is trying to get your child's never going to understand you tired. So like trying to find that energy even when you don't have energy. I think that's hard. Because there's sometimes I look at my daughter and just say, I know you can see it in my face. I'm tired.
Like, I know you know I'm tired, bro.
And I notice when I'm tired, that's when she's the most active. And so it's like having to like, you know what I'm saying? I owe it to her to still like, give her some of that, give her that time because she deserve it. But I would say probably the hardest thing really is giving myself grace. I don't want to make mistakes with my daughter. And so when I find myself making mistakes, I hold on to it a lot and it eats me up. Like sometimes I'll be looking at her and be like, man, I'm so sorry. She don't care. She got over it, but I don't always get over it. So I think that's just probably the hardest part is giving myself more grace and being easy on myself. Because I'm probably not easy on myself a lot. And so I have to constantly remind myself that I'm not perfect and I'm allowed not to be perfect at times.
Right.
I was just talking to Q about that. Because, well, not you, but like giving yourself like grace and, like, because I struggle with that too. Like, I'm always seeing what I did wrong or what I need or what I could fix rather than, you know what I'm saying? Like, the good things or in those moments, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, she don't understand, but you do. So for you, like you said, it eats you up because it's like I'm sitting, I'm like, dang, I did this wrong, I did that wrong. But if you learn how to give yourself grace and you constantly work on that, you will be better and it won't feel like that. But it takes time and it takes intentionality. You got to be intentional about that.
Definitely. And we want people to give us grace, but we don't give ourselves grace.
Self-grace, yeah.
And that's huge. Like, you want everybody else to forgive you and you know what I'm saying, when you make a mistake. But that's what I'm learning, like, people won't treat you how you treat yourself.
Yeah.
If you don't provide yourself with grace, forgiveness, other people not going to do it.
Yeah.
So you got to give it to yourself for sure.
Yeah, I was telling him that. I was like, I was having a moment with God and he was like, I don't talk to you like that and I don't think of you like that. So why do you be talking to yourself like that? And why do you think of yourself like that? You can't find nothing in the Bible that's me talking down on you or that's saying like, all this little stuff that you're saying about yourself, I would never say that to you. And I don't talk to you like that, so why do you talk to yourself like that?
Yeah. Right.
And I was like, I don't talk to myself like that. I don't know. But that's real, because I struggle with giving myself grace, so I get that.
Something I need to work on, I would say balance. I feel like with my son, I'm kind of too hard on him. I'm kind of dang near on military time with him, like, as soon as you get up out your bed, make it, brush your teeth, wash your face, you know what I'm saying? Like, do the stuff that you got to do. But that's kind of like steps on being a man, being responsible and having that discipline. I want that discipline instilled in him so early, even though he's 7, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's still got to be instilled in him. So I feel like balance, just be a little less hard on him. And then with my daughter, I feel like I need to be a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, sturdy, because with my baby girl, she my heart for real. She be acting crazy.
So there is a difference between raising a boy and a girl.
It is. It is.
Cause y'all over here talking about military time.
Listen, I don't be on that with baby George.
Military time.
No, not like that. Like, but I be push-ups, making your bed, all that. Like, yeah, I be on that. For sure.
Man, do y'all see? Because me knowing all 3 of y'all and to hear all of y'all's answers, do y'all feel like all of y'all's answers correlate directly to y'all's lives though? Cause when I say, and what I mean by that, man, you say balance with your kids, but you work a lot though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I see the balance could correlate with, man, maybe I need a vacation for myself a little bit.
Sure.
I work 24/7.
Yeah.
Your answer with Giselle, I just like all y'all's answer about grace and how hard you are on yourself and forgiveness. How do y'all feel like y'all's answers correlate not only to y'all's kids but to y'allselves though? Quan, you said patience. I know
definitely.
I think it does.
I know how your road rage be when somebody ain't driving, when somebody driving too slow. So you know what I'm saying, just to hear y'all's answer about y'all's kids and to know how know y'all personally.
Bruh.
Maybe it could be something that y'all can work on for yourselves, and then it could start balancing out for y'all's kids too.
But I think the kids is what's pointing out with the thing.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
It's
So it's
highlighted
like,
for sure.
yeah, it's highlighting. It's highlighting whatever it is that they might be like struggling with. So obviously kids bring out the best in you.
For sure. To piggyback what you said, it's a factual thing though. Like, I heard this. I'll be watching it like this little motivational stuff and crap like that. But like, dude said, you don't gotta. Your kids is basically your reflection of you, kind of. So he kind of like said like, you don't need to be trying to change your kid and always trying to like be on them and just. I'm trying to figure out because I mean, don't quote me because I'm all over the place. But like, he was basically saying that you need to change yourself.
No, you ain't got to mold your kid.
Yeah, you don't need to mold your kid because when you become a better version of yourself, it's going to shower onto everything else. So it's really like, yeah, what you were saying, like he said, he reverted it back to himself anyway. I know for sure I need my patience together. So it's like you work on yourself, it's better for the other people.
For sure.
Not even just your kids, but just like everybody in your life.
What I would say, just be off that patience, just to give you credit, Quan, man. I didn't know you just like man is specific for a long time, bro. So I know how much your patience has grown,
For sure.
I remember, Quan, to where it went from 0 to red immediately. Now I know the Quan to where I see you think about stuff. I see you think about how this might play out. So I see the growth, bro. And I'm just like, again, I'm thankful to even have you in my life and I can still learn from you because I see it. And I just know it might not be tomorrow, but 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, man, you're going to be the man that you really want to be. And it might not even be that long. I'm just speaking in general. Don't think it's going to be it ain't a marathon. Just continue doing what you're doing because I see the growth in your patience.
Yeah, appreciate that.
I think it's important what Q said because it ain't often that somebody like acknowledging and telling you like, bro, I see you. So
for sure.
Somebody saying that, you got to receive it.
I'm
just saying like,
no, I get it.
Yeah.
I love seeing moments like this.
Yeah, for sure. I see the improvement too. I think everybody around them kind of see that. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, it's a blessing, like watching you with your son because I can see the patience. There be times where like I can see Quan about to say it, he's like, I'm just saying I need you to like just like that. Like and he might not know, but sometimes I'll just be sitting back like just looking like, okay. I see Quan, you know what I'm saying? I think it's a blessing to learn from other fathers and see their growth in fatherhood. Because when I'm around other men that are, you know what I'm saying, great fathers, I learn. Like I said, I learned so much from Quan. Like just watch. I don't got to ask him nothing. I don't got to ask a question. Observe. Just watching his interaction with his son because I get to see it and I appreciate him allowing me to see it. But no, definitely the growth is there, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Because you talk to your son.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
100%.
no, you actually talk to him. And you've been doing that since, like, my nephew the same age is Sincere. So I'm saying, like, you actually talk to him. Like, I see you be like, you will pull him to the side and you will talk. Like, do you see why I said don't do that? So why didn't you listen? Like, you having a full-blown conversation with him. So it's a difference because some people talk to their kids Google Gaga. Some people just never mind it, act like they own whatever. You really actually talk to your son.
I'm trying to tell y'all, kids is smarter than
100%.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hey, no.
Like, honestly, like, what? I'm serious though. That's why I be appreciating people when they be like, because I got a lot of people who Like, especially like my homie AT, he'll see me sometimes. He'll be on me like, man, come on, chill out, bro. Like, cause he'll be there sometimes and he'll know, like, but at the same time, be trying to tell him though, like, bro, he know, bro. So I get it. Yeah, I could be calmer or whatever the case is, but he ain't dumb. Mm-hmm. He know, and then it's like, I don't want him practicing how to be dumb. So it's like, I don't want you even playing like that. Because you're going to play dumb so much that you're going to end up being dumb. You might not necessarily be dumb, but you're going to play that role so well. And you might really, you know.
Think it's okay to make a poor decision.
Yeah, or just not really give your all because you don't want to give it because you like, oh, I could just play dumb or whatever the case is. But it's like, I don't want you playing dumb, bro, because you're going to end up becoming dumb.
Yeah. So so I know, George, you lost your father at a young age. Mm-hmm. You said you lost your you still have your father.
Yeah.
Jake,
he lost his mom.
I'm sorry about that. Lost your mom. And then I know, Quan, you lost your father late teenage years. Man, how do you feel like losing your father affected you growing up? And how did you overcome that to still become the man you are today?
It affected me a lot, just based on the simple fact, having to take on a big role, you know, just hearing that you got to be the man in the house and stuff like that, and just little different stuff. Taking on that weight of the responsibility, of the emotions of my mom, her losing her husband, very different things. So I would say it affected me. That's a good question.
How old was you?
I was about, I don't know the exact age. I was in 6th to 7th grade. Well, I think that's what, 12?
So, yeah, about 12, 13.
12, 13. So I can't say it would positively affected me or negatively. Of course, I was emotionally hurt. We was all emotionally hurt, but it kind of made me who I am today. I can't say, you know what I'm saying, that it was bad or it was horrible, but I can't say, I don't really, the past is, you know what I'm saying, the past, I live with the past, like, you know what I'm saying, so I feel like it, it made me who I am today.
It's clear that your father's raised a great young man, though.
For sure.
And instill great principles in you, for sure, though, is what I will say.
Thank you, I appreciate that, Q.
And then, Quan, I know, when we met each other, I met your father not many times, but I know how dear your father was to your heart, and I know how close y'all's relationship was. So, how was losing your father? How did that affect you? And like, what's things that you think you can pass down as sincere that you learned from your father?
Losing my dad, it be hurting more over time though, like. So, like, cause I say, like, when my dad first passed, like, I didn't really have too much like crazy emotion like about it, but it was like I kind of just always just recollect back to when my dad, like at my dad's mom's funeral, I'm crying. I didn't even really know my grandma like that, or his mom, but I met her a few times. So he like, boy, what you crying for? I'm like, what you mean? Like, yeah. He like, man, don't cry. He said, it's cool. He said, you gotta keep moving. He said, that's all I remember though. You gotta keep moving. So like when he died, I just was like, man, I just kept moving. And I was kind of like holding it back for real. That's what it really later came out to be. Like I was holding it in because when I finally just was like, shit, crying cool, bruh. I let that shit out, or it just hit in moments. So I ended up being able to deal with it differently as I got older. But like, I don't know. It was more of like a later hurt because I appreciated my dad more as I got older. Like, for sure. A lot of things he taught me, it comes out within life. Like I ain't gonna say like, you know how you say you remember a lot of things. Like I don't necessarily remember. I don't necessarily remember like visual stuff, but it'd be like I be just noticing stuff. Like I remember back when my dad like just taught me things as a kid, and it'd be like, this shit is just coming out at me. Like the shit he used to try to install in me, because my dad was sick, so he wasn't the outside dad. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad was literally just, he in his earlier stages, where I probably was in like middle school, maybe he might get out the house a little bit here and there, but like he really mostly was at home. So he teaching me like real shit, bro. Like, and not necessarily just talking all the time, but just from him just being there, like be out in the yard. My dad cook all the time. He painted all his walls, like crafty stuff, took pictures. Like he was jack of all trades type person.
Tell us that gumbo.
Oh yeah, that's the dish right there. The gumbo was crazy. Like he got everything in the gumbo. He got the whole chicken in the gumbo. Fall off the bone. You pull that baby out the sauce. Out the juice and stuff. Got the shrimp separated. So if you don't want the shrimp,
you ain't gotta
add it. But
I should have had
shrimp.
some.
Right.
I don't know. It was crazy though. But like, so I would say more like in my it was probably more his later days of it, because he fought it for 13 years and shit. He passed in 2012, so I would say like the last 10. But I was like, my dad grew his stuff, like the veggies.
Okay.
Like he had his little garden, he'd grow his stuff. He'd go to the store sometimes buy stuff, but like overall, my dad, the fresh ingredients, he had juice. So it's like, I be seeing this stuff nowadays where, they got all the health stuff, and it's be like, bruh, it's really low key true. And then man, my dad had some more time, he probably would have reversed it, because he really was juicing, eating like real natural stuff.
Herbs, yeah.
So, but just seeing him do everything, like my dad taught me clean up, just household. And then he taught me man stuff to like, gave me principles and stuff to live by. So that's what I say, like, it just comes out through me, because it's like, I can't always recollect back what this dude says to me, but it's like,
your actions.
It showed though, like he didn't install it. So when you ask me what can I pass on to my son, I'm gonna just, all I can pass him is core values, principles. Like he already in the kitchen with me, so
he already on the lawnmower.
He already loves landscaping.
The small things.
So like,
bro.
that just showed. That's why I said it's so joyful, because like my like his mom would say, like he'll hear a lawnmower outside, like my dad outside cutting. So he always
correlates that to you.
He always think I'm outside cutting. Or he'll be like, nowadays, he'd be like, Dad, I want a toy. I'm like, shoot. Or if he ain't doing that or he ain't listening, I'm like, shoot, you can get you some money, you can get you a toy, or use your own money. He's like, all right, well, shoot, I'm gonna go get some yards. I'm gonna go cut some yards. And then I'm gonna get the money. And then I'm gonna go get the toy. I'm like, all right.
He got it down pat.
So I don't know. My dad taught me a lot. I really can't always say word or even recollect all the time, but it just be what I know. Like,
I believe it, bro.
I know I gotta do this. Like my dad always taught me. Like, so he the one always taught me, like, don't let nobody get in your face. Don't take no shit from nobody. So like, I had a bad attitude, but like, I still, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no gangster. I wasn't no gangster ass nigga, but you like,
just stood on principles.
I'm not. I'm not
for sure.
I'm not gonna play with you though. Yeah. So it's like that part of me he brought out, like not brought out, but like he gave me the edge enough to like be able to protect myself.
Yeah.
Like so, it just be just little stuff like, bro. I don't know. It just pull the best out of your kid, like. Honestly, my dad gave me the biggest lesson. I'm probably about to cry again. Like, bruh, I swear. And then I ain't learned it until I was older. I ain't know what he really meant. But like I was in high school senior year, and I like to party and stuff. I really didn't like focus on real shit. Like, so he told me one day, like, man, I think I told him like I want to go hoop or something. I don't know if I told him that or he just said something, but like he was like, man, you don't really want to do that. I'm like, what? I'm taking it wrong way because I'm like, you ain't even see, you don't even know. Like, he like, nah, you don't want to do that. Like, that ain't what you really want. But later on, what he was really telling me was like, your lifestyle don't match what you doing. Like, you want to make it or you want to go here, but you partying every weekend. You ain't in the gym. You ain't. So basically, that was just I think the biggest lesson I ever got later on in life that I actually realized and recognized what he told me. Like, he like, that ain't what you want. But basically off of my own actions though. Like, he ain't really got to see me play because of his health, but shoot, he knew off of how I lived my life. So it's like, that's big though. Like, your actions to show what you really want.
For sure.
Man, bro, I would say, your father did an amazing job, bro. Because at a young age, at 18, you took on a responsibility and a role once your father passed away, to have a house and all that. So, you had a responsibility at a young age that many people don't even have as an adult. They don't ever even see what it's like to live in a home, or they don't take on that responsibility, I should say, to live in a home and take care of bills and handle business. And you did that at a super young age. I mean, 18 is for 18, 19.
19.
It's young
We was our first
to
year
be
in
doing that.
college.
So, bro, I think that's super dope for sure.
But the thing, bro, a lot of stuff my dad taught me I really wasn't listening to.
You thought you wasn't.
I mean, later on it's coming out. That's what I'm saying. But like, bro, like even when you just said when I got that, like, bro, I took it. Man, I ain't do what I could have did with that house. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, I'm coming back around to stuff, but like, bro, you really just gotta trust the shit bro. Like, don't really get wrapped up in everybody else. Like, really, realistically, just trying to have fun and live it was cool. I ain't really regretting nothing, but like, I think my life would be way different, bro, if I would have just not cared about so much, like kick it and have, and like really just that shit, that freedom. Like, it's coming back around full circle because I'm free again, but it's more structured.
For sure. What about you, Jacob? I know you so you had but maybe the lack of presence of your father being there, how did that affect you? But
even him losing his mom.
Yeah, we'll just go to your mom then.
I mean, I say as far as on the father side, kind of like when y'all talk about the discipline, the structure, I think that's where I probably struggled the most. Like you said, like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody to say, don't let nobody play in your face. I do wish that my dad was more, present to show me that. Like, my dad was a wild dude, like street dude. And sometimes I look back like, man, damn, like, not that I want to be a street dude, but I sometimes wish he had put some more of that toughness in me. And, you know what I'm saying, told me, like, you know what I'm saying, the lessons of, this is how you never let a man play with you like that. You never let somebody play. This is how you handle yourself as a man in certain situations. And I get some of that game from him now. Like I look at it like this. Like, I love my dad to death because, you know what I'm saying, he's my, my living parent. So, regardless of maybe what I might have wanted more of, I try to take advantage of the time we do have and take on game. Like, I remember he told me one time, he told me this story. It was funny because he was like, I was walking down the street and I seen this dude I had a problem with. And he was like, when he seen me one-on-one, he didn't say nothing to me. Then he had a group of people and he came back and he was across the street like, yeah, so what's up now? And he just told me that. And this was such a random conversation. Just he was like, people do not stand by themselves. Like, it's like, people, need a group of people behind them to feel tough, to feel like somebody. And that stuck with me because like I used to want a whole bunch of people around me for validation. And when he told me that, I remember I wanted to go bowling one time and nobody would go with me. And that conversation started playing in my head. You don't need nobody to go have fun. Like, go have fun. So I think about, like we talked about earlier, the small conversations that me and my dad have and the impact. Imagine what it'd be like if he put me more on that game every day. Mm-hmm. You know, so I think that's what I think, you know, like what his presence, you know, more of his presence would have looked like. I would have had a lot more gems, a lot more game. As far as on my mom's side, I think, you know, I was very emotional. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just a very emotional child, man. Like constantly, you know what I'm saying? Just looking for affirmation that maybe I wanted my mom to give me. And so I grew up and still to this day, I struggle with that. That, you know, somebody just to say, man, you did a good job. And even when people say you did a good job, sometimes I don't feel like I hear it because I think I'm still looking for my mom to say it. To look at me and say, damn, Jacob, I'm proud of the man that you are. Like when somebody says you're a good father, I still, like, every day I ask myself, I wonder what my mom would think of me as a father. What would she look at her baby like, man, damn, like, man, my baby's really a great father. Mm-hmm. And so that, I think that's the biggest struggle of losing her so young is my actions day to day. I ask, would she approve of them? Mm-hmm. And I know, I can say I know that she's proud of me, but sometimes I do struggle not feeling like I have her here to say, Jacob, you're doing what I want you to do. Mm-hmm. Because every day I say I live for her, but I can say I'm living for her, but sometimes it'd be nice to, like, you know, like that, yo, nah, Jake, you're doing what I want you to do.
I get it.
So that's probably the biggest struggle of losing her so young.
Are you proud of yourself?
Yeah, I think so. No. I think at times I struggle with it because how do I want to say it? I spent my life trying to make my grandma and my mom proud. And I didn't have a chance to give, you know what I'm saying, to show them the final product. Not say I'm the final product, but, you know, then to show them the now. And so that's where I think is like, sometimes I struggle being proud of myself because I'm still waiting to hear them say it. Mm-hmm. So I am proud of myself. Sometimes I have to take a time, like I have to stop and think, you know, like, yo, Jacob, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. And so there's days that I'm like, I'm very proud of myself. And there's days I'm like, damn, I need somebody to tell me. And I think the reason sometimes I look for other people to tell me is because I'm still looking for them to tell me.
Mm-hmm. Man, you gotta, and you know, God is real, bro. So, you know, on a spiritual aspect, you know, I want you to always know that your mom and your grandma is here, and you know they see you. And I know you say it's a physical, you know, maybe you want to, you know, physically hear, man, but you know, have that conversation with them sometimes at night. You know, as I'm sure you do, you're here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And look at them little signs, because sometimes you want to hear stuff, man. But when you hear that wind blow, when you talking to your mom at night, or you hear that floor creak. Somebody talking back to you, man. So just pay attention to them small signs, bro, because they are fully aware of the man that you became and what you've grown to be. And you already said you had that dream with Giselle.
Yeah.
That wasn't for no reason, man. So, you know, always know that your mom and your grandma is completely here and they're super happy for you.
I appreciate that. And I think that's what I'm trying. Because I feel like my daughter was given to me for a reason. But I know that I also can't put that pressure on my daughter for that validation. And sometimes that's when you say, like, you had mentioned, you know, or like, you know, how you raise your child, is that a reflection of your life? 100%. Because you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I do something for my daughter and I can't wait for her to smile because that's my insecurities in myself waiting for her to validate me. And I had to check myself to sometimes because she's not always going to smile. There's going to be times when she get older, she's not going to want to be under daddy's arms. And I'm mentally preparing myself for that I don't take that as, wow, she doesn't love me no more. And because I'm real, I know that'll hurt me. So I'm mentally preparing now to be, how do I adjust to when I don't always get the love that I'm hoping to get from her? And how can I grow and move past that and still know that she loves me, but You know, so like just trying to, like you said, giving myself more validation, more grace. Cause like, you know, raising my beautiful daughter, is gonna be times that I'm gonna need to give myself that, because, you know, as a kid, we don't always appreciate our parents, you know, or always give them the credit. And I don't want to just solely look at my daughter for that validation.
And that's been a lot of pressure on her. And
that's not fair to her.
I think all the answers that you're looking for, even what it is that you need, if you build your relationship with the Lord, I can guarantee you 100%, 1,000% that everything that you're saying that you want and need from somebody and something and you'll get it from God. I'm still walking out so much with my dad and needing validation and feeling loved or whatever, but I just really fully received that I am loved. Like, in that God's love is enough and my husband's love is enough. And God gave me my husband as a gift, and I got to be able to receive that and honor that. You know what I'm saying? Because I struggle with feeling loved growing up. You know what I'm saying? I struggle with needing validation. I struggle with wanting certain things from certain parents that I would never even get. Like, I'm just being real. Like, some of the stuff that we want, some of the stuff that we look for, we just not gonna get. So for me, where all of my like validation, and I'm still learning, all of it's coming from is God. Because one thing I can say is with my father, and this kind of is going into just the validation and wanting to hear from them. Even though y'all situation was different, I'm just speaking on my relationship with my dad. Was I had to, like, God had to show me, like, I'm your dad. And you know, you like, what? Like, I'm physically, this is my dad. And it's like, I want you to really lean on me and see me and what I do for you and not what because he's a human. He's going to disappoint you. It's going to be mistakes. It's going to be, and he's not going to always give you what you need. So that's why earlier when you was like, you called and told your dad that you was, you know, having a baby. And then he was like, okay, like, not trying to be funny. That's some stuff that my dad would do. Yeah. Not like in the, you know, no disrespect, dad, but I'm saying, like, he don't mean nothing by it, but you get what I'm saying? It's just kind of like, that's what's up. You know? But it's like if God didn't tweak change my perspective on how I view my dad, that could have been something that hurt my feelings.
Right.
That could have been something that took me and emotionally threw me under the bus, because I would have been like, he don't even care. He ain't But God, I found all of that I need in my relationship with the Lord, and really fully understanding that I might not get this what I need from my daddy, but he never let me lack anything. Like, God never let me lack anything. He gave me a husband that I can go to. I might can't call my daddy and be like, whatever, but I got a husband, and that's a gift. And that's God's gift to me. So I think you just gotta work on fully receiving love and just really trying to tap in and ask God these questions to really get the answers you need, because he created you. He's the only person that's gonna be able to tell you everything that you need.
100%.
Like, period. And I know sometimes people struggle with their relationship with the Lord, but figure it out on your own. Like, have conversation, try it. You can't knock it if you don't never try it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think you're going to be good 100%. And you're an awesome father already. Like, your love for Giselle is off the chart. She know it. She's a straight daddy's girl. So, but
she won't even let me pick her up no more, man. I'm jealous. And even my daughter. But, man, y'all gave some awesome responses, man. Let's lighten the mood a little bit.
Yeah, we about to play some games, but we also got to do something before we play some games. Go, Q.
You know, again, this is us giving our flowers to y'all for being great fathers. Again, happy Father's Day.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you, sis. I appreciate y'all.
You know, we don't want them giving out flowers to be one of them things to when it's too late, man. So,
for sure.
What color y'all want?
Take that red.
Take that red.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, Q. Thank you.
So definitely, Q definitely wanted to make sure that y'all get y'all flowers. On the cards, we ain't got no money in there, but it's straight love.
For sure.
It's just recognition, just to say Happy Father's Day.
Thank you so much.
$10.
That mean a lot, though. That mean a lot for real.
Yeah.
But seriously, just like a recognition, like. But it's like little stuff like this. You got to receive it.
Nah, definitely, 100%.
Thank you.
So
I appreciate the acknowledgement.
This game, I don't know who I want to start this question with, because it really, I'm torn on either side, because I know the answer. The answer I'm gonna get.
I'm ready to answer.
I know the answer I'm gonna get from either side I start with. So what we gonna do is we gonna go from Quan, Jacob. It's gonna be a set of questions. So
it's gonna be rapid fire.
Rapid fire. You gotta answer them quick, because we only got 45 seconds.
45 seconds. We give him 30.
30 seconds. Let's go. All right.
Yeah, we're not giving y'all that extra 15 seconds.
So you have second question. Man, you got the third question.
So boom, 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 boom.
Right.
Who going first?
We gonna go with Quan.
It's gonna be quick.
Quan, you
It's
gonna this is gonna be. I know you gonna have the answer.
All right, I need 35 seconds.
35.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Jeezy or Gucci?
Snowman.
Favorite holiday?
Father's Day.
Best movie?
Ooh, that's a good one. I got Friday. I got Friday.
Best thing to grill?
Probably chicken.
Boys in the Hood, Minister Society?
Minister Society.
Boys to Men, New Edition?
I'm Boys and Men.
Okay. Fubu or Rockaware?
Fubu.
Okay.
Boo
Your boxing head? Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford?
Earl.
Patron or Hennessy?
Both. I like the head dog. I'm a head dog. I'm a dog.
That Pat Ron.
Man, hold on. So ain't nobody going with, you said Earl Spence, ain't nobody going with Bud over here?
Nah, you still the only one with Bud, bro.
Man, okay, we going. So when y'all pull up to the crib, everybody, we gonna Bud on one side,
For
Earl
sure.
Spence on the other
It's up.
side.
There's gonna be two
It's up.
people over on the Buzz side.
Oh man, nah, that was fun.
For sure. For sure.
Man, y'all start thinking about it. He took Snowman. Like,
That's why I said I could. If I would have went that way, he would have said Big Guwop. So it was no. I knew the answer.
We know who the best.
Man, here we go.
man, my brother went to jail.
Like-
He told me
like-
I should have been listen to that nigga Gucci.
Oh.
That's what he said. He said I should have been
I'm
listening
trying
to
to tell
Jeezy.
you,
man.
let's be honest here. Gucci, he gonna get you. Yeah, you in the trap. You going crazy.
In
That's
the
where you gonna be
trap.
at. That's where you gonna be at though. I don't even think you gonna make it out of there. Listen to my nigga Jeezy.
Thug
You listen to
motivation.
Jeezy, boy. You gonna make it. You gonna be buying property soon.
For sure.
I feel you.
Thug motivation.
It's the mindset. It ain't even about who harder. It's the mindset of the music they put out. Like
That's true.
Jeezy puts you in a different mindset.
What you gotta say, man?
Yeah, cause you feel me?
Gucci hard though.
They always dragging me
I
about
ain't
what I be
trying to play
listening
Gucci
to.
because he hard.
No,
I fuck with Gucci back in the
no.
day.
Like you said, it's whatever timing you on. I'm
Nah,
for sure.
Jeezy harder. It ain't about what time you on.
Man,
Jeezy
I
harder.
think, cause like I told you, my brother went to jail. He told me I should have never been listening to that nigga Gucci, man.
Man,
Had him going crazy.
That's like listening to Young Boy compared to somebody else. Like, what you want?
Yeah, you can't go wrong with the Snowman, man.
Yeah,
You know,
nah, for sure. He
Team
got some
Snowman
classics.
for sure. I'm team all the way.
Nah, I mess with Jeezy. Jeezy be dry snitching a little bit, man.
you say he dry snitch?
Yeah, man. He said it was at his auntie's house. He just said it was at his grandma's house. He just said it was in the basement on the third. Like,
How's that
he
dry
did-
snitching?
We know where to go
What
find
auntie?
it.
What auntie?
You right. My bad. He got 10 aunties.
I'm just saying.
I mean, one of
it
his
can-
little videos, he definitely went to his auntie house on documentary.
Oh, y'all ain't gonna do
And he
it.
definitely said, "This is where I be. That's where I used to be at."
He was,
Yeah,
he
years
was.
later.
He tell you what closet to look in.
Everything
y'all
he
ain't
showed
gonna
you
do
the
my
house
man
and
Jeezy.
everything.
Hey, we see who's at, who's who right now.
For
Yeah, because
sure,
all the
man.
aunties is in jail. they got arrested.
You said
I was lost at first, but I'm like, what?
he said Minister Society or Boys in the Hood. Who y'all would have choose? Who y'all would have chosen?
Damn.
I like Boys in the Hood because it's
Boys in the
a
Hood got
deeper
a deeper
story.
message,
Yeah,
yeah.
it got a deeper story.
But Men's Society, he said, I don't think you know me, homie. Hey, I don't know, bro. Men's Society.
That's a good one.
I'll take
yeah,
Boys in the Hood though, because
Yeah,
it was
I
still
I think
on
part
that-
of it is don't be a menace for me too. Like when I think of Menace Society, I think of don't be a menace. So
Yeah.
like I think it's so like Menace Society sick a little bit harder than because I mean Don't Be a Menace was about all the hood movies, but Menace like that Menace to Society is I think what stuck out the most for me.
For sure.
You said your
man.
favorite movie was Friday.
Friday. I like.
What's your favorite movie?
That's.
I
I
think
mean,
he
this is
just
an
blurted
all-time
that
go-to.
out.
Like you can put Friday on and let it run, or you can even like. I just like.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? It's comedy. It's serious
It's
too.
always funny.
And Friday had
He's
Pops
there.
in there.
Yeah,
Speaking
Pops, yeah.
of Father's Day, He said, what was the lesson that he said? You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. But
these niggas don't know nothing about that nowadays.
Man.
I'm glad I grew up in a generation where you could live to see another day.
For sure, bro. And I think that's what it boiled down to, bro.
You get the punch on a nigga now.
You're going to live to fight another day. So on Friday then, what's the lesson that y'all could pass down to? Let's just take your son out of it, take your daughter out of it. What's the lesson that y'all could pass down like Pops did to Craig?
To as we know now, or
to the youth. What's the lesson that you could pass down to to the youth?
Man. There's a lot of lessons.
For real, stuff ain't the same as what we
honestly. Even to young women, but mostly to the young men, like, get your discipline in order. That'll cover a lot of aspects of your life. Like, if you got good discipline, you're probably gonna be good. Mm-hmm. Get your discipline in order.
I don't know. I think I would definitely say just staying true to yourself. Like, really staying true to you, like what it is that you like to do, like being ones, like being confident in who you are,
being real with yourself.
Like being a leader, pretty much, not a follower.
Being able, like you said, your father told you, being able to stand alone in your own presence and not needing validation from the rest of the crowd.
Man, that's true.
I would say, man, the biggest thing is learning how to handle confrontation. Them C words, them conflict, confrontation. I think too quick we're so afraid for somebody to come tell us something face to face that we think that they coming for us. Mm-hmm. In reality, like they could just be trying to make us better. Like I could tell you that I don't like that you did such and such, but for some odd reason, just me telling you that I didn't like that you did such and such, people like, what you say to me? It's like, dog, all I just said, I didn't like that you did such and such. Mm-hmm. So learning how to deal with confrontation, conflict, and communication, I guess, like I said, the C's is just making sure that you can handle somebody having a conversation with you and not taking it so personal. Mm-hmm. Everything doesn't have to just be led out of emotion. Everything doesn't have to be bad intent. You telling me that I'm wrong doesn't have to be a bad thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing I think the younger people, they struggle with is the correction, the confrontation, like I said, conflict. Once you can handle those, if I can, come to Quan and say, Quan, I didn't like that you did such and such, and he can be like, nah, okay, I respect that. Mm-hmm. Or, this is why I did such and such. And we can have that conversation versus like immediately if I tell Quan that, like, man, well, fuck it then. Like, us being able to have those conversations and handle confrontation, I think that's something that has to happen.
For sure.
Got to learn that at a young age. So when you get older, you can make those better decisions.
But also to add on to you, being able to come at it and take it however it come too.
Yeah.
Cause if motherfucker come at you crazy, you really might not want. But if you low key can get past that, where you don't let that bother you, or you can, I don't know how you gotta handle it a certain way, but like that's big too though, cause a lot of people rah nowadays. So it's like if you can handle motherfucker coming at you crazy. Take that step back, like, bro, you tripping, man.
Like,
you ain't even about to get there. Like, you taking it there, you ain't even probably ready for what's coming for you.
Just because you took it there don't mean I got to take it there.
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes, like you said, like, being prepared, you might need to take a day to respond. Like, there's times that I've had conversations with, my best friends. They said something. In that moment, if I had responded in that moment, I know I would have responded out of emotion.
Yeah.
The next day, I'm like, dog, it was not that deep at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, not that that wasn't personal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I took that personal. And I shouldn't have. So giving yourself opportunity to know yourself. If you know yourself, then sometimes, what? I take things personal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe I need that's knowing yourself for real. To know like, man, I'm emotional, I'm sensitive. Mm-hmm. I might not need to respond in the moment because I know that I'm going to give an emotional and a sensitive response.
Yeah.
And I need to process my response. Yeah. And that's how I've been able to get better with my responses, of knowing myself.
For sure. What would you say, man?
I would say always look at things on the bright side. I tend to look at things always on the bright side. That's why I'm so neutral with a lot of things and so imbalanced with things because, what I'm saying, other people got it so much worse than the next person. And I see a lot of people out here with mental health crashing out and committing suicide and X, Y, and Z. But, what I'm saying, I just want people to feel like it's just look at things on the bright side. If you dealing with something, of course, reach out to somebody that you can reach out to. But just always look at things on the bright side. Look at it, have positive mindset.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of negative going on, even with social media. Just negative, like with guns and shaking that. But you know what I'm saying? Though, just look at things on the bright side, because we don't really always see positive things. Like, I open my phone, I don't really always see positive things. So when I do see positive things, I always want to highlight that. Congratulations. Oh, I'm loving that pic. Like, showing love, because you know what I'm saying? So always look at things on the bright side, always spreading love and always spreading peace.
For sure. Man.
What about you though? You trying to escape past? What's something you want to pass down?
I want to say all of y'all's answers, because I don't think I can top you. I think y'all cover all of them. Some of the past. I mean, from being positive. All y'all said a great answer. So I don't know. I'm just going all of them in one.
She not gonna let you live, dog.
Yeah, I know. But man, you and congratulations. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Your kids got to be participants in your wedding, as active participants. What was that feeling like, being a father and your son walking down the aisle and Gianna being the flower girl? What was that feeling like?
It was everything to me, man, because I did it for my pops. I was the ring bearer and stuff like that. So that was something that I experienced myself. So it felt good. You know what I'm saying? Showing them what true love, black love, really supposed to look like, and doing it the right way. You know what I'm saying? So that's really it. I was joyful. I was happy.
Yeah, you was emotional.
I was real emotional.
It was emotional. It's good though.
I was weeping for real.
Yeah, that was dope to see, man.
I appreciate it.
George come down and little Gianna come down. I'm like, yeah, that's hard. I like that.
It meant everything to me for real, bro.
I like that for sure, man. So how do y'all deal with living in a society to where we got 3 great fathers up here, but not all the times do great fathers get the recognition y'all deserve? You get on social media, like you just said, man, you see negative.
Yeah.
Father's Day going, Happy Mother's Day to the mothers that's being fathers.
Happy Father's Day to me.
And you see that, but you don't see that when Mother's Day come around. You don't see the active father saying
for sure
Happy Mother's Day
to
for sure,
because it is mothers that's out here that aren't great mothers.
For sure.
I'm gonna be real with you, Q. Cause when niggas, my bad, I ain't gonna say niggas. when a dude is a real one to his kid, he don't care about all that.
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, for real, like, women need that recognition or something. Not saying all women, but like a majority of women need that recognition. And a lot of them want pats on the back for doing what they supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I feel like we highlight it more, but realistically, bro, that shit either even or it's the other way around, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a new age, bro. You can't keep saying every dude this and that. And like, I seen this video the other day, like, y'all be blaming men, but y'all, it's just like, a lot of people have kids by people who really don't want that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or they don't, that's not who they really wanted it with.
Right.
You
Yeah, it
might
take
have
two to
just been
tango.
getting crammed and
Right.
And that was my thing earlier when y'all said, you said, I don't understand why men don't like this,
Yeah,
whatever. I was instantly
sometimes,
thinking,
sure.
like, cause they land down with women that they don't see themselves.
yeah.
In which that bothers me from both ends, like a woman and a man. Okay, we having sex, but we decided to have sex raw, and then you mad at me because I'm pregnant, and I'm mad at you because you got me pregnant, and then now we had this baby, but we both knew what we was doing when we laid down.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
That bothers me though.
But they ain't even on that though. Like, they like, shit, nigga, like, right.
That's that's my point. So after they get you pregnant, I'm not saying just men. I'm just saying, like, when you were saying, like, I don't understand how men do this. I didn't seen it. Like, after they get you pregnant, they be sorry. They don't want to deal with you no more. Like,
They never wanted that to begin with.
my point. So if you never wanted that to begin with, why are you?
Cause that shit
But that's why I
felt
be looking
great.
at the female so crazy, like, cause you really like.
Cause they knew
know what I'm
that
saying?
though.
Right.
Yeah, some girls do know that, but some girls don't. Just
Man,
I'm dead
they
serious.
know that they be hypnotized maybe, but they know that.
Yeah.
I'm honest though, like, for
Yeah,
real,
for
like,
sure.
they be knowing they not on that. they just be so pressed, or a lot of women just think they really that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I agree.
and they don't be.
I can't argue that because I agree, but I also can see the other side when men playing manipulative games.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You think you're dealing with somebody who really, and then they, you feel what I'm saying?
We talking about why the men look down upon.
Right, yeah.
No, but I was going back to what y'all was saying, as you don't understand why a man would.
No, I get you.
You know what I'm saying? I was just like pretty much going back to pretty much what you just said.
Yeah.
How you feel, Jacob, about it?
Well, I was going to say, I will say just real quick to that point that you did say that is something that I had, when I found out I had a daughter on the way, I was like, I act like I didn't remember what I did to have a daughter on the way. I was sitting there but I had to check myself you laid down. Like it was
he really not saying this to, I ain't trying to mess.
No, but
I'm not doing it to down him, but like he ain't want that situation. It happened.
I mean,
so he held down his shit.
I didn't want to be a father, and so instead of owning what put me in a position to be a father, I was like, but she like, nah, I had to own that. So no, I agree on it. I had to own that. Like, yeah, me and her laid down. Yeah, she didn't, say, oh, hey, put this, whatever. But I still sat there, I laid there, I seen the action. So there was no shock. Like, there was no reason for me not to have been prepared. After that night, after that night, I should have been getting ready because it's like own what you did. And so but I think I at first I wanted a scapegoat, like, man, but maybe no, Jacob, you did what you did. So I have to own what comes from that. But as far as just the whole, I used to get upset every Father's Day. Cause I'm like, I got tired of seeing women talk about mothers, like, oh man, shout out, man, happy Mother's Day to me, happy Father's Day to me, happy Father's Day to me. It used to eat me alive because I'm a person that I like recognition. Like, we talk about we want active fathers, but when we have active fathers that's out there, we don't give them a recognition. Father's Day, for example, there's no way that even if your dad wasn't in your life, you can't tell me you didn't have an uncle that was there for you. That was a male figure. You can't tell me you didn't have a brother that was a male figure. There's somebody that could get that recognition. And I'm thinking, why are they still choosing not to give it? And so for the longest, I was trying to fight that fight. Every man Father's Day, I was prepared to attack.
You was on there typing.
You're not a mother. But then I had to think, we need to just continue to give each other that recognition.
For sure.
As black men, you know what I'm saying? There's three of us here right now, right? Why would I get on the internet and care about who's not giving us recognition?
Right.
When I got, two great fathers next to me and we can give each other that recognition.
For sure.
So that's how I kind of just got to the place. I was like, man, we gonna keep giving each other. I can give Quan his flowers. I can give George his flowers. Why would I get on the internet and care about who's not giving flowers when I got plenty of black men around me? Because I don't hang out with no deadbeats. I don't hang out with people that don't take care of their kids. I know a lot of great fathers. Why not just acknowledge them versus looking for who's not acknowledging us?
Sure.
Right. What about for you, man?
What's the question again? My fault. I'm sorry.
Let me say something quick though. Honestly, you only need that recognition from your kid, bro.
You don't need it from your kid.
You only need
it from your
kid. Yeah,
that's the only person that I care who I care about. If that little boy don't think I'm a good father, I'm sorry. Even when he be kids to say some hurtful shit, bro. Sincerely said some shit to me already that but I know,
I'm gonna remember.
I know he just. I know he don't know better, so he was everything circle. I know how you feel about
y'all gotta
me,
get that ones in.
Huh?
Y'all gotta get that chunky in when he 18.
Oh yeah.
But it be like that. Me and Baby George, bro, we be feuding, bro.
But all you care about, bro, as long as that kid feel like you good.
You don't never want to be there. You don't
That's
never
what's
want
up.
to play games.
I'm still gonna tell you though.
I ain't saying
I'm still gonna tell you.
The record. I know I love the appreciation, all that. But it's like at the end of the day, bro, I'm coming. The whole world could be like you a bad dad, bro. But if that little boy say I'm a good dad, or he feel like if he got love for me for real, Cause they gonna show you if they don't like you, bro.
Right.
There ain't no way they can hide that they don't
for
fuck
sure.
with you or something.
Yeah.
Kids don't play.
They don't.
Like,
He ain't gonna want to come home. He ain't want to do nothing.
Right.
If he ain't fuck with me, he wouldn't want to come home.
Right.
He wouldn't be hey dad every time he see me. What's
Right.
up? Like,
Well,
my
Jay,
bad, man.
you good?
Man,
well, no, I think we
we-
done kind of answered it with man,
I
but
forgot the
what?
question too, man.
in a society now to where the good fathers kind of at times don't get the recognition that you think that y'all would get, and living in this society to where Father's Day you're going to see mothers saying Happy Father's Day to me as a mother rather than Happy
Right.
Father's Day to the fathers. Has that ever affected you, or you ever seen that and be like, man, that's
Yeah,
wild.
I do see it. A lot of that stuff, it be bothering me for real, but I don't really let social media really get me ruffled or get my feathers ruffled or anything like that, because people be lying on every day on social media. So it's something that I really don't take serious for real. So
Seriously.
in that aspect, in today's society, that stuff don't really bother me. What how females look at us, because I know the people that are around me on their P's and Q's doing what they got to do. So
For sure.
I don't really be.
For sure.
I don't
So
really
how does that
entertain
feel?
the
Like,
thought.
have y'all? So all of y'all don't. Nobody in here hang around no deadbeat.
No, I don't really know nobody. I don't know nobody that's not taking care of their child, or like everybody. All my fellas,
No, we don't.
basketball camps, football
positive
camps.
Father's Day. Even if we
No.
do, we
Yeah,
ain't
they ain't
concerned
doing it.
about it.
I'm not making it negative. I had a question. Even
That's a good question,
afterwards.
though. That's a
I
good
know
question,
some
though.
dudes who got it rough because they kids' mom.
Yeah, on that
So
aspect,
sometimes it may look like dudes be deadbeats, but they
you can only do so much for
when
real.
you got
So
a
somebody's a
wild
cool.
mom. So
But my whole point of asking that question was, if you did, would you hold them accountable?
either
Yeah,
that or
for sure.
just
If-
don't
Like,
hang
if you
with 'em.
friends with somebody that you know, like, okay, are y'all the type to hold y'all friends accountable?
If I had a friend that was like one of these like dudes that's out here, like the female that be bashing fellas on Facebook saying, "Oh, the baby dad, X, Y, and Z," like, and that was my friend, I wouldn't rock with dog, because you
I'm about to say it's more so you just wouldn't be around.
yeah, I
don't
can't
even
rock
gotta-
with you because you
I mean,
ain't
if
doing.
I tell you probably, but I ain't gonna keep telling you.
Yeah,
Right.
bro, we ain't doing that.
Like,
We
I
ain't
don't
doing
gotta
no-
tell you to be no damn dad, or that little boy needs you, or that little girl
for
needs
sure.
you. Shit.
I had one situation where I got a friend. From everything I see, he's around his child all the time. And I just happened to be talking to somebody. He was like, man, don't take care of his kids. And it just happened to be my friend. And I'm like, nah. But I'm not telling, but I'm just kind of like, and she's breaking down the different times that, and that was it was a hard situation, because I'm like, from what I see, he's taking care of responsibilities. But somebody else is painting a narrative that he's not. So all I can do in a situation like that is continue to encourage him, and make sure that and trust that in my judgment of my friend, that I what I'm seeing is 100%. He's really taking care of responsibility, and maybe the outside world, the other people might not be, putting that positive on him, but from what my eyes show me, dude's a stand-up dude.
For sure.
So somebody else saying that he's not, I can't let that, tell me anything different. So that's the closest to a situation that I ever had somebody around me get accused of not stepping up. And like I said, it wasn't my job necessarily to correct him, because my vision showed me that he is stepping up.
Okay.
So I wasn't automatically going to take, somebody else's word. But I've never been around somebody I actively seen
Okay.
not, take care of responsibility.
That's what's up, man. So I got one more question for Jacob, and then we'll wrap this wonderful episode up, man. I was present during the night to where, because you do poetry, great poet, great with your words, your wordplay. The first night that you let the world know that you had a beautiful daughter, you did an amazing poem, you had a beautiful canvas of her. In preparation of that day, doing the poem, and afterwards, what was your feelings? How did you feel?
Man, it was exciting. It was exciting because I'm a very vulnerable person and an open person. So anything I got going in my life, I don't necessarily hide. Like the, you know what I'm saying, the good and the bad. And not like so I can put everybody in my business, but so people can understand like, hey, like, oh wow, you going through that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like too often on social media, people just portray the great parts of themselves. And so I always told myself, I want to be a person that just wants to be human and show people the human side of things, not the fake side. So with my daughter that like, you know what I'm saying, takes so long for me to even post about her, it was hard. But the reason it took so long, because one of my friends said, you don't know what fatherhood is like. Give yourself a chance to embrace fatherhood before you add anybody else to your journey. Because the moment you post, now everybody's, you know, watching and paying attention. Like you might not like fatherhood every day. You might not like being a father, but that's okay. That's normal. Give yourself a chance to even understand the emotions of being a father before you start trying to include everybody else in fatherhood in your journey. So that's what, you know what I'm saying? But so I was just like, okay, eventually I'm a poster, but let me, you know what I'm saying? You know, take this time to understand this role. And so when I wrote that poem, I felt like I was truly stepping into fatherhood. And so when I had that show, it was just the perfect moment. Like it went hand in hand. Like, you know what I'm saying? You took your time, you know what I'm saying? You was patient with fatherhood. You was learning fatherhood, not perfect at it, but you understood the imperfections of it. You understood the flaws of it. You're even practicing on getting better. So when you write this, you can write the good, the bad, the, you know what I'm saying, where you was at mentally with it, you know, embracing it. Cause at first I didn't embrace fatherhood. Mm-hmm. And if I could give any advice, embrace it. Embrace it as early as you can. Because that's probably my biggest regret is I didn't embrace becoming a father right away. And sometimes I look back like, man, you didn't want this? How did you not want this? And that was a normal emotion, but I just wish that I had chose to embrace it versus seeing the negatives of it. Like George said, seeing the positive of everything. And so, you know, that's probably the biggest thing is seeing the positive, you know, being a father. But the opportunity to share her with the world was amazing. And it's still amazing, you know what I'm saying? To share it with my friends, you know, the blessings, you know, she comes everywhere with me. I wish she was at the poetry show that night, man. She gonna be at a show sooner than later. But no, it's just been a bless. Like that night was, man, it was incredible. The emotions was high, like to finish the set, like to talk about life and then wrap it all up with, you know what I'm saying, showing the world my daughter, man. It was a blessing. And like, I don't even know if it's on camera, but like, I wish I could replay that night, like, you know what I'm saying, over and over. Cause it was a big blessing.
For sure, man.
We definitely both was there too.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Mm-hmm. It was beautiful, man. But we appreciate y'all's transparency today. We appreciate y'all coming on here again. Happy Father's Day. Continue being great fathers. Continue being role models, mentors, continue leading the way, leading by example. I'm gonna make sure that I continue taking my notes. So when my time come, I'll be like, okay, man did this right. Jacob did this right. Quan did this right. You know what I'm saying? And it was an honor to have y'all on the show today.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Brother.
Shout out Neighborhood Politics.
Neighborhood Politics.
Shout out.
Make sure that y'all like, comment, subscribe, share.
All that. My brother need his flowers too. You hear me? My boy faced all adversity, got a degree, all that, man. Beautiful home, big dog, big Isis. Shout out Isis.
You want to shout out Isis on this show, bro?
We appreciate it.
You ain't Isis like that.
No, that's my girl.
I know.
That's my girl, but that's his. Like he'll leave me for her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is. We out of here on that one, y'all.
Yes,
Peace.